And even outside of that, you know, as an artist, you got to have some great work ethic. That's another thing. You know what I mean? You know, if you're the type of artist that's going to just go in the studio 1 or 2, 3 times a week and think you're going to be a mega superstar, it don't work that way. You got to be willing to really put in the work. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. When we was in the music business, even Hard Hitters, my company, and the artists that I managed, and even myself to being an artist, man, work ethic was on a whole nother level. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We recording all through the week. On weekends, we ain't going out unless we going out to push a record or we going out to do a show. Other than that, we in the studio locked in recording music. You see what I'm saying? You got to have that type of work ethic. If you're not really ready to really lock all the way in and commit to the craft and treat it like a real job, because that's what it is. Yeah, it's something you're passionate about, but you got to treat it like a job. Yeah. If you ain't willing to put in that type of work and that type of grind, you ain't ready for it. And I'm going to tell you this. We had some very strong work ethic, but I also got to see some of the other artists in the hip-hop industry at that time work ethic. It was on another level, like the Futures and Raw. You know, I got to see them work too. They treated this thing, like I said, like a full-time job. You know what I mean? And some. If you're not willing to do that, then it may not be for you. But if you're willing to put in that time, treat it like a career you're looking to build and not just some little hobby or something like that, it'll pay off over time. It ain't all the time about you being the most talented. Work ethic sometimes trumps talent. Yeah. Yeah, there's some artists right now, we don't believe the best rappers, but they on the radio, they got heavy spins. Yeah, because they constantly putting together new projects, right, and putting them out. Yeah. That's how you have to look at it.
Now on the exec side, so it's safe to say you was on the exec side as well.
Yeah.
So with the exec side, what something that I remember, because we was young. Yeah. You like 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
About 3, 4 artists.
Yeah.
We go to a club. You buying the section. We got them bottles. You doing everything you can out of your pocket, right, to make sure your artists look the best they can on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something that I remember that I had much respect for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, gee, why we don't need no bottles? But you like, nah, we need bottles.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we was always that's what it always was. And it depends on the situation. At times it was an image for our company and also image for our artists. Right? To make them look good.
Hindsight, I can see that now.
Exactly. That's what it really was about a lot of times. It was really about an image for our company. Hey, when we step in the building, Hard Hitters step in. Yeah, we're going to spend some money. We're going to put on. We're going to have a good time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes, that's what we do. We're going to pop bottles. We're going to have a crew in the session. We're going to have some beautiful women in the session. That was kind of like what it was. You know what I mean? Then at times too, a little bit later on, Bri, when I was in the business, it was as well, sometimes we have business associates stepping out with us or coming into the city, and we just want to as well show them a good time or show them how we doing things here in the city.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Because one time, Bri, I think you might have been over in Kuwait at this time, but we had Slip and Slide Records come in the city, you know what I mean? And hang out with us for a whole weekend, and we did that all weekend. Yeah. Sections, bottles, the whole weekend. Right? And it was because, yes, it was an image for our company and our artists, but also we showing Slip and Slide a good time because they in town to potentially do a partnership with us at that time. Right? So it was different type of situations, you know what I mean? But presentation is everything. Yeah. It's everything.
On that exec side, you had it locked down.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the artist that was under you was lucky.
Appreciate it, man.
I know them.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, man. The days, man. Absolutely, man. There it is, man. Love it. Well, yeah, Bri, definitely great another episode, brother.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. We got another one in. A lot of great information. Boy, we up there now, Bri. Hey, who's counting? But we in the 60s. We in the 60s. We in the 60s. We're approaching 70 soon, bro. Yeah, so we going to keep it going. And with that said, Bri, we're going to wrap it, man. So, with that said, Ben, you got something out of this episode, you love this episode or like this episode, make sure you hit that like button and hit that love button. Also, it's a new feature on YouTube I want to speak on. It's called Hype. Hype this video. It's a hype feature on this video, hype the video. It helps us put our videos in the algorithm. Hype the video as well. That's a new feature they just rolled out on YouTube. Also as well, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. As well, Bri, any information, if they want to contact you in regards to anything with real estate, you can drop it.
We're going to say easy rent right here.
There you go.
Check it out.
Yes, sir.
Rental property.
Yep.
We help the tenants.
There you go.
Strictly for the tenants.
For sure.
If you need rental property, we're here for you.
Absolutely. Love it. There you go. You can contact Bri. Also as well, drop any comments in the comment section below. Any takeaways, your thoughts on any of the topics we spoke on. We'll join in on the conversation and discussion in the comment section. If you have any comments, feel free to share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit. Also, we're here on YouTube, but we're on Apple and Spotify. Look up the Rise of the 1% if you like to listen to audio. At times, I listen to podcasts on audio if I'm driving in the car, if I'm traveling or something. So look us up over there, give us a 5-star rating, and feel free to share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit. And with that said, we'll see you on the next Rise of 1% podcast episode. Yep. Have a phenomenal day on purpose. Hello, this is G Bass, Rise of the 1%, Rise Media. We on this Saturday evening about to get ready to knock out some podcast episodes with some individuals here in the city of Atlanta making some big moves. You can see here, look, this is how it goes down. Here when our guests come and sit down with myself, G Bass, other Rise of 1% of Rise Media, to have that conversation, to share the story, share the journey, share what you got going on. So listen, everybody got a story, everybody got a journey, and then you got some things going on, then you definitely can get with us and see if it'd be a fit to be on the Rise of 1% podcast and actually have that discussion with myself. It's going to be a link to a form you can fill out. You said www.theriseof1%.com/pod-form. Again, www.theriseof1%.com/pod-form. It's going to be in this video. You can fill that out. And we can see if it'll be a fit for you to come on and have that conversation with myself. If you don't fill out the form, then obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. We're looking for those that's serious. Those that's serious about rising to the top 1% are already in the 1%. That's what we're looking to sit down with myself right here. As you can see, Rise Media, Rise of the 1%. This is how we get down. We have a great time and have a lot of fun doing it. So once again, if you're serious, make sure you fill out the form. We'll look over the form, see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, we'll reach out. If not, we won't reach out. We'll just continue to move forward. But with that said, this is G Bass. See you soon. Have a great one on purpose.